Alright, hey guys. So I'm going to go into more detail about using a chicken brooder and how to set it up properly so you don't lose all your chicks. What a brooder does is it keeps the chickens warm, so it kind of simulates the mother hen, how she would use her feathers to keep her baby chicks warm naturally in the wild. This cat always comes in the picture. So, okay, get out of here. I'm going to show you how to set it up successfully, and I'll just show you right now. This cat's getting in the way. Alright. So we have a lamp right here. That's the heat lamp. And you can, I like to put it by the food and the water not too far off. Now the chickens, they will come sit under here to get warm. And then over there, if they get too hot, they can go over there and cool off and get away from the heat lamp. Now the purpose of, let me turn this back on. See this right here? Is to keep this thing and the other barn cats around here from getting in and eating all the chickens, and this is just another little layer of insulation added to it. I got sick of using the cheap plastic waterers, so I went and got a really good quality one. These are much better than the cheap ones you get. You get it in the picture. Because what happens is if you get a cheap one, like I'm about to show you, like this for example, this is a dual one. On one side, this is set up for water. See how it's set up for water here? One side you can do water, cat, get out of here. And the other, you can use the same thing for feed. But the problem with this is that it cracks. So it's still okay to use for feed, but the feed sometimes will get stuck in here depending on the size of it. Like the feed I got may get stuck in there. So you need it to be small enough. And the reason why I went with a chicken feed, like I'm about to show you in a second, well, you can't see some of the bigger chunks, but the baby chicks wouldn't be able to digest it. It's too big. But I think that they've been doing just fine. They kind of peck away at it. But for sure, it would probably get stuck in something like this. So that's why I have the open feed trough for them. This is okay for feed if you buy one that's like pelletized, small little crumbles. The reason why I went with the less processed one is, I'm going to turn this around so you can see me. The reason why I went with the less processed one, where it does kind of have the big chunks, is so that for the fact it's less processed. So it's like the difference of eating like raw vegetables as compared to cooked vegetables. I mean, they still have nutritional value, but you get more of the enzymes and it's less processed if you eat it raw, so it's better for you. What else can I show you? I invested in this one because it's a 3-gallon waterer, and I'll show you the old school one in the back here. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. This is an old glass one. This is what they used to use back in like the 1920s and 30s. I actually salvaged it from an old chicken coop that got blown down by a tornado. Show it to you. It still works just fine. Cool thing about this is when I'm learning, people get the metal feeders and the metal waterers. I mean, on a big scale like I have out in the big main coop, is that they don't break and deteriorate after 2 years like the plastic ones do. So my battery's running out, and I'll have to finish this later on at a later point. Alright guys, so I'm back to finish off the video. This is actually from like roughly the 1930s. It's just a rough estimate, and it still works just fine. And that's why I'm finding that a lot of the old timers still stick with the metal ones, and why they still sell metal ones over the plastic ones. The plastic one you've seen in there, that's actually a higher quality, but probably 4 years or so, people that are more experienced than me, they say that'll still deteriorate like the rest of them. But for now, it's lightweight and it works just fine for me. If you guys have any questions or anything else you want me to cover when I get the time, I'll do my best to cover it. Until then, please subscribe and give me some feedback, please.